Yeah, this question looks scary. It's a long question, it's big numbers, and it has percentages, which if you've been taking practice SATs, if you've been watching my videos, you know that percentages are an area in the SAT where, there's easy mistakes to make. And so we just need to be really careful. There's a lot of signs in this question pointing towards like danger and just being really, really careful. So our strategy here is just going to be to show your work, because we really don't want to do a lot of work and use wrong numbers and get the wrong answer. So let me kind of show you here what I mean. So just take it one step at a time. In State X, Mr. Camp's 8th grade class consisting of 26 students was surveyed, and 34.6% of the students reported that they had at least 2 siblings. The average 8th grade class size in the state is 26. Okay, so that matches up. If the students in Mr. Camp's class are representative of students in the state's 8th grade classes, and there are 1,800 8th grade classes in the state, which of the following best estimates the number of 8th grade students in the state who have fewer than 2 siblings? Okay, so we're going to have to kind of multiply a bunch of things together. So let's take it one piece at a time. First of all, I would like to know the number of students in Mr. Camp's class who have at least 2 siblings, right? So that's really just taking, let's use highlighters here, these 3 pieces of information, right? We know that of the 26 total, 34.6% have at least 2 siblings. So there's lots of ways to deal with percentages. This is the most traditional percentage that we can think of. So that's going to be, we take our, I'll just use my open formula, and this is a very traditional version of it. We take the original amount, so that's 26 students. We multiply it by the percentage, and that percentage needs to be written as a decimal, so it gets converted by moving the decimal place 2 spots to the left, so that's 0.346. E stands for equals, and then I call this the new value because it kind of is the opposite of the original value. And I know there's no time passing here, but the new value, the number that we want here, is the part of the class that has at least 2 siblings. So this is just a calculator job here. I'm just going to reach for it. 26 times 0.346 is 8.996. So we can round that to 9 students per class. Okay. Now there are 1,800 8th grade classes. So 1,800 8th grade classes. So we want to know overall how many in the entire state are going to have this number of siblings. So okay, so we take that, 9 students, and we're going to multiply that. So 9 students per class, and you know what? I'm even going to write that. Per class times 1,800 classes is going to give us a total number of students. So 1,800 times 9 is 16,200, which is choice A. But that's not the answer. That's a trap. Okay? Now, we've done all the work correctly. There's nothing wrong with what we've done, but we didn't pay attention to what they're asking for, right? Because this is the number that have at least 2 siblings, but what does the question want? The number, best estimates the number of 8th grade students in the state who have fewer than 2 siblings. Fewer than 2 siblings, okay? So we found the wrong thing. This is at least 2 sibs, but we want fewer than, less than 2 siblings. So this was intentional. This is how they're trying to get you, and this is why showing your work and underlining things matters. And I purposely didn't underline the question because I wanted to show you what can happen and why it matters, to do that. So what can we do to fix this? Well, the fix is really easy. We just need to know, okay, of all the students, this group has 2 siblings at least, and the other group, the rest of them, are going to have less than that. So we just need to find the total number of students. So that we can do by just doing 1,800 total classes times 26 students per class. And again, calculator, 1,800 times 26 is 46,800 students. And as you can see, no coincidence, that's an answer choice 2. right? So all the numbers, if we're not paying attention, are going to be answer choices. That's very much how the SAT operates. Now we can subtract away the 16,200. We could probably do this without a calculator, but why take the risk? And we get 30,600 that have fewer than 2 siblings. So there's our magic number. Fewer than 2 sibs. And that's choice C, and that is the answer. There are other places too, actually, where we could have made this exact same swap. We could have taken from the start the 34.6 and subtracted that from 100 to get 65.4, and so we could have just taken 65.4% of 26 and of the 46,800. There's lots of places where we could have done this, but the key is, no matter when you do it, you do need to realize and account for the switch between the at least 2 siblings and the fewer than 2 siblings. This is a classic SAT move, so just be aware that this is there. I don't know if your teachers in school are doing this as much, but the SAT is doing it pretty consistently. So showing your work, underlining key portions, and plus when you get to the end of the question and you think you have an answer, just because your answer is there does not mean that you should just excitedly pick it. You should look back a second. Just a quick glance back to the question sometimes can save you 20 or 30 points per SAT because you will catch yourself flipping things. And you did all the work right. You just didn't give them exactly what they wanted. So I hate to see you lose points for that reason. So just take your time, show your work, lock in those 10 points, and you'll be a happier person for it.